What is up, Bulls fans? Welcome to the first video of the season. The Bulls are back, baby, and they get it with the victory, 116 to 112 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And a few things happened in this game. We saw Zach LaVine come back. We got to see kind of how he would play with this new team. Coby White showed that he did not take a step back from last season. And Josh Giddey got to play point guard for the Chicago Bulls. We got to see what that looks like on the court, as well as seeing that MATAS BuLLS is officially belongs in the NBA. Billy is going to have a hard time not playing this kid. And we're going to talk about all that and more, but first, you got to hear the intro.
Give me the hot sauce! Give me the hot sauce for the lead! Go! Did you not get the memo? Dosumu for the lead! I want to go higher! Oh my goodness!
Welcome to the Let's Talk Bulls podcast.
Welcome back to the channel. This is Let's Talk Bulls, your number one Bulls podcast in Chicago. My name is Quinton. I'm your host, and if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you can lock in with me and see videos when I drop them. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is the Bulls play. We're just going to go over the game, talk a little bit about it. The Chicago Bulls played their first game against the Cleveland Cavaliers today, and they pulled out a victory. Now, they started this game out not looking good whatsoever. I'm going to be real with you. The first couple seconds of this game, I had flashbacks of the last 2 years. Pat got the ball. I got happy. He looked aggressive and then immediately dribbled the ball off his foot because classic Bulls, you got to make mistakes like that every game, right? We also see Zach LaVine making some mistakes, going a little bit crazy in the half-court game, not making the best decisions. That happens as well, but it started to look like the Bulls were going to get blown out by Cleveland right and early, and it was just going to be a tough night. But what we saw from the Bulls is some fight and some effort. We saw a little bit of what they were talking about having a faster-paced offense. The issue we see with this is they only did it for parts of the game and not all of the game. And that's going to be a struggle for this team. They have to understand that when they say fast-paced, it has to be every single time. You can't pick and choose when you want to go fast, when you want to go slow, when you want to be a half-court team. You have to play what your goals are. If you're going to be a fast-paced, get it 15 seconds and under, get out there and do what you need to do team, do that. Don't say we're going to do it 5 times a game and then the rest of the time we're going to play it like we did last year. Okay? So with the way they were playing, we saw a little bit issues. These things, it's preseason. They will get worked out. Their defense looked like trash. People were losing the ball or just, it was one or two things. One, some plays, they were just losing the ball. No one knew where it was at. They weren't covering a man. People were wide open. The next play, they were watching the ball, and they weren't watching their man, and then they just stared at the ball the whole play. It's one of the two things that happen. They have to learn how to play defense together as a group. I think that'll come with time. It'll come with as they get the wind under them. It is the first game. People were probably tired, so that'll happen as we go through with it. But that's something that needs to be worked out if this team wants to have any chance of winning serious games in the season, right? You can't win without defense. So they're going to have to structure that, get it down, do what they need to do. As far as the offense, Coby White continued what he was doing last year, right? He said he is the star. It looks like he is going to be one of the main scorers on this team, and they have accepted that. Coby White with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 for 15 from the field, and he looked like he was feeling comfortable out there. Right? A little bit of trying to force some things sometimes, but that's okay. Like I said, it's the start of the season, but he looked comfortable. He was working. When he had a mismatch, he was attacking. He was shooting the 3. He didn't shoot the best, but he shot okay. That will come with time. We also got to see Vooch and LaVine play. Vooch with 12 points, 10 rebounds, starting the season off with a double-double, doing what he does. He actually looked a little bit better on defense this game, but in classic Bulls fashion, he played drop defense. There was lobs thrown behind him. Sometimes he just wasn't in the play because he was trying to drop back. That's going to keep happening. It's just how Vooch plays. But I did like to see that he was trying. It looked like he was giving some more effort than what I saw last year. And then Zach LaVine, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. It wasn't the most active game. There were a couple plays that I really liked. One with him in the corner, getting a spot up, pull-up shot. The other was him coming off of a screen for a mid-range pull-up. I think Zach needs to do more of that each and every game. Zach is the type of player with a great offensive skill set, but he shines when he's playing catch and shoot and when he's coming off the pick and roll and he has a nice open mid-range shot. He has to use those to his advantage. Hopefully that will get him going, and then he can try to take a couple of those crazy shots that maybe we don't agree with. Now, moving on from people who we kind of viewed as normal players on this team, we're not going to talk about P. Will. He had a terrible game. Just it's scary. We're paying him too much money to see this as the first game back. But I digress. We'll move on from that. We got to see Josh Giddey play his first game with the Bulls. 11.7 rebounds, 3. I like what I'm seeing. Josh Giddey is getting to the rim. He's attacking, and when he attacks, he's getting people wide open shots. The Bulls aren't making the wide open three-point shots, but they're getting the looks because Giddey is finding people when he's driving, or he's forcing mismatches and using his height to hit that little running fader that bumps off the backboard into the rim. That looks like that's his go-to shot, but I think that that's going to progress as he starts to learn people more and more. And also as the team learns to really see what he's going to do. We know he didn't do a lot of practicing with his ankle, so he hasn't got to play with the team as much as we would like. So as this year goes on, I see that chemistry growing. I see him getting better and better at finding him open. I think the Bulls will start to hit down more threes. We're not going to be a good three-point team by any stretch of the means, but I don't think we will shoot as bad as we shot this game, because this game we shot horrendously. Okay, so Josh Giddey played great, did his thing. I love that he gets rebounds. 7 rebounds from your point guard is an amazing feat. And then you throw Lonzo in there off the bench getting rebounds. Kobe starting to get rebounds. We're going to have a lot of rebounds off of our guards. That's going to help Vooch out. It's going to help Smith out. It's going to help the team get those rebounds because that's something we are lacking. And you saw it this game. The Bulls, other than Giddey, Vooch, and Smith, can't rebound to save their damn life. The fact that there were 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, 7 plays where the Bulls gave up 2 to 3 offensive rebounds and he just couldn't get the rebound regardless of what they did. That has to change. Put in effort. Box out your man. Get the ball. Do what you need to do to get the damn rebound. It's hard, but it's not that damn hard. Okay? You shouldn't have a team getting 3 to 4 offensive rebounds in one play. You just shouldn't. So that's got to be worked on. Giddey looked great. I like that what I saw. I think that'll get better. That takes me to the bench. All right, so Julian Phillips, 11.5 rebounds. He did great. He played aggressively. He showed that he took a step from last year. He's looking like he's more aggressive. He's looking like he's trying to do things. The game looked like it could slow down a little bit more for him this year, so I liked what I saw. I think we're going to see more as the year goes on. Darian Terry, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He played good in the minutes he had. He got a nice little steal. He was active, right? He looked more composed. He looked like he wasn't running at 147 miles an hour like normal. That's going to grow. That's something I like to see. BuLLS is an NBA player. There's no if, and, or but. Billy Donovan needs to play this man as much as possible this year. He looked like I won't say a vet. Okay, let me calm myself down as a happy Bulls fan. He's not a vet, but he looked composed, right? He looked like being in the G League last year really helped him understand the game. It slowed it down. He didn't look like he was out there like a deer in headlights. He looked like he knew what he was doing. And that's great to see. It looked like he was calling for the ball at the end of shot clocks. He was trying to move to find himself a place to shoot. That's what you want to see from your rookie. Be controversial, but I've seen more dog in BuLLS this game than I saw from Patrick the last 3 years. He just has it. And when he bulks up, when he starts to learn the game and it slows down even more, he is going to be a problem. The Bulls got themselves one. Watch out. BuLLS might have a chance of winning Rookie of the Year this year. I'm going to say it now. It may happen. It may not. But he's definitely going to have a chance. Now, a person I didn't think we were going to talk about today. THT. Horton Tucker. Man played good. He played good. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He was getting his teammates involved. He was getting to the rim. Nice layups, good defense, protecting the rim. And honestly, sometimes it looked like he was that 50-year-old dude at the Y. He was just going up there, throwing up layups, getting it to fall in. One of those guys where you're like, nah, that ain't going in. And it just keeps going in. Regardless of what you do, there's no way of stopping it. There'll be space for him on this team from what we saw. You also have to think there's going to be veterans coming back, right? So his minutes may jostle a little bit. But from what I saw this game, I liked what I saw. He was getting his teammates involved. He was getting to the rim. He wasn't trying to force shots. He was doing what he knows how to do. And that's what I want the young players on this team to do, is do what you know how to do. And that brings me up to the last thing I want to talk about today, and that's just the Bulls' overall game. The thing I saw this game were the Bulls trying different lineups, trying to see what worked. But the main thing I want to talk about is the young guys seem like they are following Billy's words. When you look at when the Bulls started to come back, it's when he started putting in the young players and they started to play faster. They are moving around on defense, getting their hand in passing lanes, being active. There were mistakes, which are going to happen, but it seems like they understand their way of getting on the court is to do what the coach wants, and that's what they were trying to do. Now, I'm not going to call out the stars. It happens sometimes. Maybe it's just who they are. Maybe it's how they play right now. But sometimes it seemed like the Bulls starters, Zach, Kobe, Io, Pat, they were trying to not do pick and rolls. It kind of seemed like it was one-on-one ball a little bit. Back into that feel of like DeMar DeRozan, where a player would get the ball, take it off the dribble, and try to beat their man to the basket to pass out, and they just didn't have the ability to do that. That needs to be worked on. We saw Giddey do it. It worked for him. We saw THT do it. It worked for him. BuLLS did it a couple times as well. But I did not see Zach, Kobe, Io. I didn't see them really breaking defenders down to get people open shots. What I saw was them trying to force one-on-ones when you could have used more pick and roll. And I think the Bulls need to work. Jalen Smith got his oop from a pick and roll. He also I need one of them to get their shot down at some point. But yeah, that's the Bulls. We won. First game, preseason, we got the win. We did the thing we need to do. Hopefully we continue winning a title. But I do want to see something that's fun, right? I want to see a team that's fun to watch, has some good moments, and I can see. I'm not looking to see a championship right now. I'm looking to see building blocks for a future where I get to watch my team, enjoy what I see, and have fun on a nightly basis. So if you guys like what you see, like I said at the beginning, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Y'all have a great time. I will see you next game. And I'm also going to be hopping on Locked on Bulls tonight, which is honestly, for me, is an amazing, amazing opportunity. I just want to thank Hayes for letting me even have an opportunity to show myself in a world-renowned place like that. You guys, love what you guys do. All of you guys who support the channel, who do all this stuff, who comment, you guys are what help me grow each and every year, each and every game. I love you guys. I can't thank you enough. Night. Peace.